Okay, we are live in the sky. We are ready for takeoff. Just going to wait for the stream to start. We do have a start, and oh, nice, it came in, or it's coming in. For those of you who are wondering, and we've got 17 satellites, which is great, and we should be able to take off. Obstacle avoidance is doing its magic. We actually updated the RC Pro 2 to the latest firmware, so hopefully that will make the experience somewhat better. We're 226 feet up, but we won't know until we actually do the POI effect. We're just going to fly around for a little bit and just have fun for the goodness sake of, oh wow, we missed a train. Damn, every time it'd be nice to just get the train schedule so that I could see when the next train's coming, because it is really nice when you do get these the video with the trains in there, but that's okay. We make these videos so you don't have to. Let's see what we have here. This is a really nice construction project they have going on over here. I don't know how many units are affordable housing, but I would say quite a few, which is really nice. And who would not? I hate when that happens. Always right about here is where we get that interference, which is a little bit of a bummer. We'll just take a picture and make it last longer. And if we go too close and you start to lose signal, we could always zoom in with our camera lens, or just move closer or move the drone up. Remember, we're about 227 feet up, so ideally you could zoom in, if you have an blank moment, and zooming in might be ideal to get that money shot, sort of, to some extent. And then now looks like our stream feed is good, except the RC signal is not what we want it to be. So let's just spin around and down. We're going to leave this right about here. Beautiful out. Finally, it's about 30 or 40 degrees out. We finally got that weather that has long been awaited for. But I wonder, I just wonder if the POI effect would actually work. We'll zoom out, and then we'll just go over this way. So there's a parking lot where you can park your car. We've done some recording sessions here, where we did our waypoint mission. And this is an ideal spot to go to. And if you have an O moment, you can put your drone, we'll press on the remote controller and press dynamic home point update, so that the home point is continuously updated to wherever you are walking. And ideally, that's where the magic happens, because then you can have the drone land closest to you. Make sure you have everything set for when the signal's lost for what you want it to be. In my case, it's set to hover, or you can have it return home. Well, it got so strange. This drone is not very far away, but for some reason, that's our stream setting. I was like, wait, for some reason we're not getting our full bars, but we got our bars. Okay, so now we are just going to pull back a little bit. I'm a little bit skeptical if the POI effect will actually work. I had put in a support ticket with DJI, and they said that they acknowledged that the POI effect was not working, and they would fix it in a future update. But let's see, I'm going to record this. We're at 88% of the battery. Just going to put it into video. And we know it's not working because look at where we're starting. And then hopefully it will finish SD card speed low. Wow. Shooting will stop soon. That's so weird. I never got that error before. See, the shooting stopped because the SD card speed was too slow. And that has never happened. But that's okay. At least it continues. It could be a firmware issue because the SD card on here I've had since November and never had any issues. But that's okay. When it's like WordPress. When they fix one thing, they break another. We're watching our height, 243, distance 500 feet away. We can still see the drone. We want to make sure that it can actually make a full circle and not create some sort of strange elliptical shape. This is with the latest firmware update to the DJI Fly app. So, that comes into play. But I can tell, maybe, I don't know, it's hard to tell until I click on the map. But I'm not going to click on the map, because sometimes you can have an oh shit moment and then lose everything. We're at 253 feet up. So it looks like it's pulling out some, but it looks pretty good if you ask me so far. But again, I won't be able to tell. Height is still fine. Height is 258, because there were times when you were doing the POI effect and the drone would, go up or descend. Right now it's at 262 feet up. And 264 feet up, we started at like 240. So it did increase in height a little bit, but not a lot, but enough to be alarming. The distance is definitely scooting out and about. I'm just going to zoom in a little. And no, they didn't fix the POI effect. I can just tell by looking at it, because it's doing some strange elliptical shape. All right, so we thought they would have fixed that with the new DJI firmware update, but apparently not. But that's okay. We make these videos so you don't have to. But even though POI effect is not working, circle will work as if it was doing a POI effect. And then the only problem with circle is that it actually does stop and start at its at wherever it was you started from. But it just starts and stops at point A and point B, and you just can't keep going, which is a little bit of a bummer. So there are two. So I don't know what they fixed or what they threw in the package, but as you can see, we did not stop exactly where we started. So it did not make a full circle. It made some strange elliptical shape, but we did get it. We'll just stop it. Does look like a kind of neat place to take a picture, if you ask me. I'll just take a photo. Yeah, so we got a picture, but that's about it. I wonder what kind of shape it made. Yeah, no, they definitely didn't fix it. I'll do a screenshot. Whoops. I'll do a screenshot of that. I wonder what they're waiting for to actually... Whoops. Looks like I might have to, because it's not letting me do a swipe down and take a picture. That's fine. We can do that later. Anyway, on that note, let's just fly a little bit since we're doing live in the sky. And it's a little bit of a bummer, but, when life gives us lemon, we make lemonade. Okay. So I'll just fly down. Oh, let's see if, I'm going to put it in sport mode. Let's see if sport mode works. We're at 284 feet up, which is fine, but I have a cap set to 60 miles an hour, and apparently if you increase the cap, because by default I think it's like 40 or 50, something like that. We were at 56 miles an hour, 57, 58, 59, 58, 59. Oh, nice. 59, almost close to 60 miles an hour. Okay, I can handle that. Before it wasn't working. We're at 60. Okay, 60.1, 60.2, 60.3. All right, we can handle that. Signal interference, that's okay. Remember, mine will probably return home. Make sure you have that return home altitude set so that if you do get signal interference and things do go kaput, you're okay, right? The drone will find its way back. We're at 75% battery. Oh, wow, there's the track, but it's covered with snow. I was hoping we'd be able to see the track, but unfortunately not. We can go up a little bit. So going up helps with your signal, and, if you start to lose it, but it looks like we'll just bring it back home. 363 feet up. Make sure you have your cap set for your highest altitude. Mine is 395. So you can't go higher than 400. You could go higher than 400 within the closest object in front of you, but as you can see, the closest object in front of me is not really desirable to go 400 feet over, except maybe the tower where the, where we fly in the AstroTurf field sometimes. That's where we do all our manual mode flights, but that's pretty much it. And there's our home point right there. Take another cool picture and bring it on in. We are X amount of minutes into our flight. Not so bad. We got a good flight out of it. Just a little cold, but not as cold as it has been, where we've had to cancel our Friday night flights, unfortunately. But if all goes well tonight, we should be able to have a Friday night flights, which is really cool if you ask me. It's going to bring it right about here. And then look for our drone in the sky. There it is right there. And right above me. Looks like we're over the traffic, but we're not. See, there I am right there. And if I zoom in, where's our little landing pad? Let me see if I could zoom in more. See? Hey guys, and then zoom in again. And then zoom in again. Hey, hello. And then that's me in the yellow hat. Without Curious George. Anyway, kind of neat, huh? A little disappointed. I might try doing a clear cache, but I think clearing the cache should not matter with the experience for you to have in order for the POI effect to work. I'm just going to reset the camera or gimbal. Oh, wow. Did you see that? Oh, wow. Where is that? I don't know, but the zoom effect went into... Oh, wow, look at that. Hacienda. Oh, I know where that is. That's near CVS. Wow, look at that. And we are far away from there. Wow, amazing. Oh, look, it looks like an undercover police car. Wow, that's a 24x zoom. And then let me reset it back to where we are. That's pretty neat, huh? Which means if we turn, we're at 66% battery. If we turn it this way and then bring that zoom effect in, we should be able to see Manhattan. Look at that. There's the Empire State Building. Maybe I'll leave this one for another thumbnail in the future. A little haze. It's really hazy, and we don't have those blue skies, that we want, that make it really desirable to actually use. There we go, a little bit there. Maybe a little bit. Nah, it's still hazy over there, but that's still a good one. We'll leave it for a thumbnail. We're at 360 feet up. Remember, you need that extra space / buffer so you can land if you get battery anxiety. Even though it says 25 minutes, when it's cold, your batteries will deplete faster. Just gonna check out, see if we got any chats coming in. Any chats? Anybody there? Oh yeah, someone's there. Oh, sweet. Swedish Forge, fly high, my friend. We try. We're at 361 feet up. I could go higher, but remember, mine's it's gonna hear maximum altitude reach. Remember, always set your cap. We're gonna go up.
Max altitude reached.
See, my max altitude is 393. It's weird though, because it's supposed to be 395. It's set to 395 inside the controller, as you guys might have seen when how I set it, but apparently that's why you need a buffer, because the drone will think otherwise. It sort of has a mind of its own, which is really, because you can't set 393. That's like an odd number. It only allows you to set, different ones, even numbers. And it's really hard to get a 92 or something in there. What about you guys when you try to set your maximum altitude? So let me go into safety since we're hovering over. So I don't even know. It's 395. That's why you need buffer, because if you can't go higher than 400 feet, we got to, assume that the drone is going to glitch out, and you don't want to be over 400. Good seeing you, my friend. Sweet. I'm not streaming from Streamlabs. I'm streaming directly from the YouTube application. So I want to see exactly what we got. We're hovering. We got 60% battery, which is great. Interesting. It did say it was streaming in different formats, but I only see one particular format. I might go live again and try connecting the RC controller, so that to see how it's affected when you get more views when streaming in the other format. But I don't see it pushing it, to be honest with you. Even though it says it is. Audio stream current bitrate is lower. Okay, that's fine. Because we are streaming from the DJI microphone. But why does it not? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to land and experiment a little bit. And that would mean taking the computer out, putting it on the porch, and connecting it to the RC controller, so that we can get a fuller experience. But right now the drone's over me, and we're going to see. Oh, that's a nice picture right there. Sort of. Remember, it takes some time to land. We're at 57%. Because even though we're in sport mode, we don't want it coming down that fast. We want it coming down slow and steady. Slow and steady. And it's not even over me. It looks like it is, but it isn't. So we just got to turn it around. That's pretty cool right there. We got 2 bars when it comes to our signal for the Wi-Fi. And what about here? Just a bummer. I wish that the dongle actually worked. Apparently the dongle doesn't work in the US. I called US Drone Supply because I was going to order one, but hold on. Because they can get you anything you need for your drone. Might be a little expensive, but at least they're honest about their business when it comes to not their pricing, but they'll tell you if it will work or not. You know, so while it's good for business, they can order one, but it's not going to work in the US, which is a little bit of a bummer. Which only means that maybe there'll be a dongle 4, right? I don't know. We could land in the snow since it's iced. There's where obstacle avoidance kicks in. Oh, we got our landing pad. Okay. This is the tricky part, but we got this. Sometimes you might have to put it in sport mode so that you can get full control of the drone because it's not backing up. But now I can back up in sport mode because obstacle avoidance doesn't work. So they fixed the 60 miles an hour, but they did not fix, oh nice. They did not fix POI effect. And looks like we got it. We got it. Sweet. Oh wow, it slid a little bit. And that's pretty much it for this live stream. I can zoom up again in the sky. I might come back a little bit later. Set up a little table out here so I can connect the RC controller to the computer and see how that works. But that is pretty much it. YouTube says we're streaming in both formats, but I don't see it the way you would see it when, whatchamacallit, Streamlabs does it for you, because Streamlabs actually lets you have a peek. But I can see me landing, but that is pretty much it. And you can see the double format. I'll take a screenshot of it because I'll probably make a video. And that's it. Anyway, hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. And we'll see you all next time.